Welcome back to SurBBQ.
Alright, so
we're gonna do some science.
We are gonna do some science. Welcome to SurBBQ, which this channel has now been renamed. We are on the portion of the Stillwater, Brinkmann Stillwater refurbished that I need to get this stuff cleaned up. Now, as you can see, this has a lot of rust on it. Now, I could just grind it down, but I wanted to do a little science experiment instead. I have navel jelly. Navel jelly is essentially phosphoric acid, which if you hear people say use Coca-Cola to clean stuff up. Yeah, right, Coca-Cola. To clean stuff up, it's because it has phosphoric acid in it, and that is going to eat away at the rust. And actually, it doesn't eat away at the rust, it transforms the rust. Ew, this is super gross. It's like the ooze from Ghostbusters. I know some of you know what I'm talking about. So you just take it, you just brush it on. I don't think it's actually gonna damage anything, like the table, but I wanted to make sure. So you just brush it on, and it actually transforms the rust to another form of rust, basically. Back up, boys. Please back up. I told you you need to stay back. This is actually acid. I just said it's phosphoric acid. So it transforms it into another type of oxide that is water soluble. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna brush it on. We're gonna let it sit for 15 minutes, and then we're gonna wash all of this orange, red, disgusting rust away. Yes, I even have the ash clean out tool here. Wow, that like actually started to, look at that. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It actually started like bubbling up a little bit. That's weird. But yeah, supposedly it should just, wow, yeah, that gets really weird. It's really weird. It should just wash all of this rust away. And we should have a lot of bare metal and a little bit of paint on it still. So, apparently you're not supposed to use it with paint, but you know what I am. So don't tell me how to live my life.
Yeah.
So let's let it go 15 minutes, and we'll be right back.
There's a giant thing on. You are a giant camera.
Alright, back to the subject at hand. It's been a little over 15 minutes. I looked at the bottle. Actually, it was 5 to 10 minutes, but longer for harder rust. So let's see what this does. It's supposed to just melt away, basically.
But it's not doing it. For some reason. It's not doing it.
You know what? It is kind of. If you look, you can see shiny stuff coming through.
What? So it's gold.
Gold? What is a science? Science is the study of how things work, basically. How this world works. Because science is cool. So this is actually cleaning up pretty well. I'm gonna take a wire brush to this, and I'll show you guys how it is. I'll show you how it turns out. So after a quick wire brushing, nothing really looks too much different, but you can definitely tell that something's working because look at that, the bolt's head. That came out really nice. Most of the stuff was originally painted, so actually it is still looking rough, but it's not brown, as you can see. From this piece, it's not brown. The water's brown, of course, because all of it got out. But that it basically means that it has transform that from one type of rust to another type of rust that is not as bad. So cool. I'm considering this a win. Alright, yeah. Alright, we are back. We are now in the kitchen. We are ready to test out our thermometers. What's up?
And SurBBQ.
It's SurBBQ. We are in the kitchen again with hot water this time. We're in front of the stove. Keep in mind, watch out for the little ones with their hands, because these can burn just as well as these can, if not a little bit easier. I told you that I was going to test out the thermometer on from the Brinkmann, this little baby here.
Can we test this one too?
Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll also test our kitchen thermometer, make sure that everything's good. The way that you test these is you test them to a known temperature. I would normally do ice water. It's simple. It's me somewhere around 32 degrees. They're not that accurate. But this one actually starts at 50. So I'm going to put it in boiling water, which should be 212 degrees. They're not quite as accurate. They go by fives anyway. So
Go by 5?
they go by fives, yes. The tech marks go by fives. I'm not very hopeful with this one because, as you can see, let me check if you can see that in there. Kind of, you can almost see it. It has moisture in it. I checked it today. It has moisture in it. It's been knocked around. You saw how I took it out. Actually, it was knocked off of a barbecue pit by my dog earlier. But we're still going to test it. You never know. Maybe it comes out right. Maybe it got knocked straight, even though it is reading about 115 degrees right now, and it's not 115 degrees in the house. But I do also have, this is what's known basically as the industry standard. It's a TrueTel. Very similar thermometers. What do you want to tell them?
This one is the new one.
This one is the new one, exactly. A little bit longer probe. This one stuck out just a little bit out of the lid of the Brinkmann. But this one's probably what I'm going to end up using. The funny thing is I can get this for about the same price as I can get this online. So I just got this. So let's test it out. Alright, so we now have our boiling water. And we have our thermometer. So I don't really have a safe way to keep it on the water except for these tongs that I have bent the handle of. So let's see what this does. Again, this should be reading about 210 degrees. 212 is the boiling point of water. If it hits 210, I'll be happy. 200, it hit 200. Maybe this will actually go fairly accurately. It's 210. 215. 220. 225. This is not accurate. So, that is showing that this is not an accurate thermometer. Do not touch that, buddy. That is hot. Let's try our handy-dandy kitchen thermometer. This actually is kind of cool. It has a little holder in it, so I don't have to use the tongs. Woo! Look how fast that thing jumps up. 180. 200. And wait a second. Uh-oh. And now it's getting up to 220. 220 is actually where this thing maxes out. So I need to get a new kitchen thermometer. So this is actually a good exercise. That's awesome. Let's check this Tell True. I said TrueTel earlier. It is actually a Tell True. Tell True. You can't even read it. Oh, but you can see me. Hi. Isn't that kind of cool? Ooh. Sorry, it's not really focusing on it. It is a Tell True. We should be hitting right about there. So let's see what it do.
It's turning.
Now these are supposed to be accurate to, I believe, plus or minus 2?
200.
It's not 200 yet. I can see it's not 200 yet.
I can see it at 200.
200, 205.
When it gets to
210.
If it gets
So that's probably reading about 201. 201, or 211, 212. That is now becoming unsafe. Hold it like that.
is that
Yeah. Seems we're reading about 212. So this is accurate. This actually seems to be accurate in a degree. So that is perfect. We're good. We know that the Brinkmann, not accurate. My kitchen thermometer that I actually use on meat, which should be very accurate, so I need to get a new one, is not. And the Tell Truth, which I will be using now, is accurate. If you got any questions, by all means, leave a comment about that. Yeah. Talk.
We always eat bananas.
Yes, we always eat bananas. Hi, buddy. Hi.
Hey.
I love you. All right. So if you got any questions, any comments, leave them down below. Leave me any comments. Give me some moral advice, if you will. Give me motivation. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. Honestly, if you don't like it, let me know.
Give him some cash.
What? Anyway, I have no idea what you just said. Give him some cash? By all means, give me some cash. But hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. I will be doing at least one more video because we're not done with the smoke yet. We still got to put it back together. So until next time, bye.
But you got.